Hi and welcome to this Photoshop tutorial for Instagram. Today we're gonna do a Instagram collage with different photos, making a same photo. So this is the picture that I got from my DSLR, and make sure that you have a really high resolution picture to do this tutorial. And also I have my Instagram window, which I took a screen from on my phone. And we're going to be placing the image in this rectangle. So to start, we can just use the selection tool, and pretty much we can copy this. Control C and then paste it on this photo. And what I'll do, I'll just scale it. Here on the top, you can actually assign a value. I'm just gonna scale it 400 times, since your picture is gonna be maybe 3 times the size when they view a single picture on your phone. So we're gonna use this 6 images, or maybe this 6 images, this grid. So what I'll do, I'll just if you zoom in, you can make a selection and then delete whatever is out of the pictures that you want. So we're gonna delete this and this pictures on the bottom as well. If you want to be really precise, you can zoom in and then just move the selection down until you reach the edge of your pictures. And also we want to get rid of this the white lines between the pictures. So you can just make a selection, then zoom in, and just make sure that your selection is deleting those images, this stripes. Actually, let me do it again. No. Sorry, something's wrong with my mouse today. Just delete this. You can also move it down or you can do another selection. Here, well, it's gonna be the vertical stripes now. Yeah, now that you have your the frame out of the image, we're gonna use this to cut out our pictures. So before I do that, I would like to maybe adjust a little bit my photograph. I always like to use some curves just to enhance the picture. It's always good to do a curve like this, either in this direction or the other direction. It will bring the sharpness on the image and the colors as well. And also another trick that I found that is really good is if you duplicate your image. And use this as a different blend mode. I like to use soft light. It will bring even more your picture, and you can also adjust it with the opacity. So maybe not all the way, maybe up to here. And also to make it a little more cinematic, I like to add a gradient and use it as a soft light as well. So we'll do a new layer, and then with the gradient tool, which is here, we can zoom out and start applying the gradient. If we put this in soft light, you can see the difference that it makes. It brings the light to coming from one side. The light is a little more defined. You can always adjust it so it's not that blown out on this side. So you can see how the sky in the background starts like getting darker. And Now also I'm gonna flatten this, merging these layers, so I have a one single image. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scale it down. If you hold Control and Shift, or Alt and Shift, it will keep the proportions of your photograph. So I just do it maybe about there, and move this a little bit upwards, and we can delete this at the bottom. Probably there's something else on the top. And let's see if we can scale this a little bit more. And also I want to use this as a transparency, so I can see how my image is going to look once I put it on Instagram. If you double click the layer and you use put color overlay, let's put a white, and then just turn down the opacity. So this is the image that will be posted on Instagram. So once you're happy with it and you do the adjustments, and maybe I want a little bit of the sky here, so it looks like a continuous picture instead of being cropped by this the frame on Instagram. Once you have that, you go ahead and make a selection. You can bring this all the way up and selecting the layer, and with the magic wand tool you can select the square. Let's also remove any info, and so we're just gonna merge the layers, so it's just white squares now. If you do the selection, you're gonna select the square. So now here, if you click on your picture and you do copy, Control C, and let's create a new file. I'm not sure about the pixels, but let's start with 1500 maybe. 1500 by 1500, and we'll just crop it. Now we can just paste this with Control B. This is our first image. We can just do the crop right here, just bring it to the edges of our image. And this will be our first image that we have, and we'll do the same for the rest of the images. So if you go and select the other square, probably will be better if you select them accordingly how you're gonna post them on Instagram. So you start with this one first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and you have all your pictures like that. So this is the 4 image, so I'll just put IG4. Now you can go ahead and do this process. Alright, now I have all my layers and all my pictures. So the only thing that I'm gonna have to do is turn all the layers off and start saving each file individually. You can go and save as. Let's just put it on the desktop. We'll call IG1, and we'll repeat the same process for each of them. Actually, this is saving as a PDF. Let's save it as a JPEG. Just make sure you change the format. JPEG IG1. Then you can either do 12 or 10 depending how much quality you wanna keep. I'll keep them on 10, so the file is not that large. And I'll repeat them throughout all the other pictures. The same process. Once I'm done with getting all the files, I'll just email them to myself and download them on my phone. And this is how it will look once you have all your pictures sent and you upload them on Instagram on the same order.